Bill Schmitt. Bill will be followed by David Daniel and Mike Pop.
All right, thank you, Senators, for having me here. I'm testifying on behalf of chronic pain patients here in Ohio. I'm Bill Schmitt Jr., born on 4/20/1977, and I've always been what some call a recreational user. That was until I had a situation come up in life where I was trying to get custody of my daughter, and I felt that it was very necessary for me to quit smoking at that time. So I quit smoking just in case that is what was needed to do for my daughter, just like any real man would. But that is where it got really rough. You see, about 8 years ago, I was in a pretty bad car accident involving 3 cars, all totaled, and sustained injuries to my neck and back, 6 bulging discs, a radial disc tear, and a rupture in my C3, which at that time I was not prepared to have surgery, and I didn't think that was even an option. Also at that time I found out that I was born with short pedicles, something that with your spinal, I have less space between my vertebrae than the average person, so it leaves me susceptible to spinal cord and neck injuries. They recommended surgery, but like I said, it just wasn't an option for me. So I solely relied on cannabis, but now I cannot medicate with cannabis for my daughter. So I did do some extra research, and it led to the Toledo Hemp Center. And I found some CBD-only products that helped me sleep, manage the pain, and kept me mobile. At that point, I knew that cannabis had great medicinal value. Let me explain why I do not take the pain pills for my injuries. Let's take a little journey to the place I call home. Bel Air, Ohio, a small village right on the Ohio River in Belmont County, about 4.5 hours away from here. In southeast Ohio, where heroin and pill abuse has ravaged our whole area. 25 minutes away from me is Washington County, Pennsylvania, where records of overdoses get national media attention quite often. Also, directly across the river from me in Wheeling, West Virginia, is a state with the #1 highest overdose rate in the whole nation. Sadly, Ohio is at the top of that list also. Welcome to my village. The same village that I have to raise my teenage son and teenage daughter in, as well as my girlfriend's 4 amazing daughters. I am concerned for their future. I am concerned because I have to raise my kids in this mess. I know you guys wouldn't want to either. And there are ways we can change it. Legalizing medicinal cannabis gives people like me a chance to take something safer for their body and more natural, instead of being prescribed opiates for their injuries. I do not want to be like the next one in my area to go down that road like so many have. Legalizing medicinal cannabis not only gives patients a safe choice, but it also helps opiate abusers with withdrawal symptoms and helps them get away from that horrible monster. I know I can't change the neighboring states around me, but we can start changing Ohio now and lead by example. Ohioans deserve a medication that is widely available in 23 states in this great nation. Ohioans deserve access to full plant medicinal cannabis. Thank you.